Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Irish column for Sunday, the 16th of February 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'm joined here tonight by Anthony, and I'll probably have Martin and Orla on there as well. But, Jesus, we've had a packed week, haven't we? Really packed week. But we've been looking. We had stabbings last Sunday. We had stabbings last Saturday, last Sunday. We had a lady in Galway attacked on Monday. Another person attacked down the country as well on Tuesday. Wednesday, we had another guy attacked in Limerick. Thursday, then we had another attack. And then Saturday night here, we had a fatal attack of supposed to be a migrant or a refugee, apparently, that was attacked. But I'm just going to show you this just for a minute, just let you see what happened.
Hey, watch out.
As you can see there, that guy, it was just it looked it. Now, I'm going to play it again there, and I'll show it to you again, but if you can see, it's only 10 seconds long. The guy actually comes over, sticks him, and runs away. It's the guy on the left who gets stabbed, I think. I'm going to show it again, just have a quick look at it.
Hey, watch out.
Well, that was nasty. That was nasty. Now, just looked like one. All right, Paul. How are you all? How's things? How are you, Selena? Good evening, all. Good evening, Pa. How are you? Good to see you back there with us. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, everyone. Yeah. Hi, everyone. A week from hell. Yes, you better believe it. A week from hell is right. Aaron Wolfson. Good evening, Paul. I asked you tonight. Are you from Edenmore, Aaron? I asked you that tonight, I think, didn't I? Evening, folks. That was sent to me on WhatsApp. I actually thought it was from Africa. No, it wasn't from Africa. Yeah, hang on. Are you going to wear stab vests? Yeah. The way this short keeps happening. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I saw a video there the other day as well. Mike Connell done a video as well of a stab vest, and that's what we all need to be doing. We all need to be wearing the stab vest now, I think. You know, good evening all. Good evening, everyone. But I'm just going to have a look. See, I'm actually using a different PC tonight. My own PC went sort of tits up last night on me. So, just let me put this up here. Just now, it seems this guy. Sorry, I'm just looking at that there. It seems this guy was wanted in. There he is there now. I'm just going to share this now. I'll just show you. Yeah, from Edenmore. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, I knew you were. Yeah, I think I used to work with your brother Gogi. Was it a Yogi or Gogi or whatever? Yeah. Boom. Let me just present this share screen. Yeah, so this is the actual guy here now. South Ann Street stabbing victim named as Nigerian asylum seeker. Kwame Babatunde, 34, had been living in the iPass Centre in Dublin prior to the shocking attack in the early hours of yesterday morning. You know, he's the guy that was killed. Now, apparently, from what I was told, I might have getting sent in stuff there to me now a few minutes ago, that this guy, hang on, I'll just get it up again. Yeah. Just bear with me. But documents. I thought I saved that there, but hey, maybe I didn't. But yeah, it seems he's wanted. He was wanted for rape, apparently in France or somewhere like that. So there it is. There, I'll just share it there now. Just bear with me. As I said, my laptop is all over the shop tonight. Oh, come on, lads. Now, let's go there. Now, there we are. It's working now. Sorry. But, hang on. That's him there. It seems he's a former footballer. There it is there. Former Reggiana footballer Babatunde arrested to be repatriated to Nigeria. The former footballer is still in trouble. He was expelled for illegal immigration a year ago. He ended up in prison on charges of rape. Now, I don't know how true that is. I've been looking through the stuff there, and it does seem to be the same fella, yeah. But again, if we had went through the proper process here and he had been vetted and everything else, he wouldn't have been in the country. The man would be probably, listen, he'd probably, something would have happened to him in another country, but he'd still be alive. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? But again, the unvetting, you know what I mean? I'm just going to have a look in here now. Orla sent Orla a message. The guy who died had previous. Yeah. I think she sent it on to me there. I'll go through it now in a few minutes and I'll throw her up. But nothing unusual about the behaviour in our own countries. Unfortunately, they've brought their violence to our streets. Get them out. I agree with you. He was deported from Italy back to Nigeria and then came back in through Nigeria, back in through here. Why is a 34-year-old Nigerian in an iPass? He's a big-ass safe country and came from a safe country, so should not even be allowed in. I agree with you. If anyone familiar with Blanco, the rap artist who played the Academy on Middle Abbey Street Valentine's night, were to listen to get the vibe of what these folks are about. I did see one of them videos. I've seen it, yeah. Yeah, if you go online, there's a special coverings of the neck, also special scarf. Okay. Did he come through England? Probably a dinghy driver. Maybe, I don't know. It's not called self-vetting, like self-deportation. Yeah. It's got, Jesus Christ, people, we're flying here tonight. We're up to 300 already. Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting that now, that quick. You know what I mean? We're only on 5-6 minutes. Fair play to you. Keep sharing it everywhere. But what I will do is, Gavin spoke about this on Saturday, done a video about it. I'm going to play Gavin's video and we'll come back and talk to that in a minute.
Councillor Gavin Pepper here. See the Gardaí are going through the shores. Look at this. Well, blood on your hands now, you have Lord Mayor. Have you anything to say? Is this a joke or a laughing matter? Once again, another stabbing on the streets of Dublin in the early hours of the morning on Valentine's night. Is this a joking matter? When we called for a debate on this on the crime price in the council, that Lord Mayor, Lottie Doolan, Conor Reddy, all laughed at us and the Lord Mayor said, shut the door on your way out. Well, you should start opening your door to answer the questions that the public want to answer. Because this is a disgrace. Stabbings and stony batter. We don't have enough guards on the street. The street is not safe. People are not safe anymore. And you politicians are more worried about going all over the world on Patrick's Day, where Micheál will be handing out shamrocks to Donald Trump, licking up to him after and calling him names. And we're left with the Healy raid to keep us safe. What's going on? Well, there's a possible, as Interpol are investigating, a possible terrorist attack on the St. Patrick's Day parade. And is that all over the news? No, you don't want to talk about these things. This is a joke. This is disgraceful what's happening. Here safety and security is being abandoned. Completely abandoned. RTE, Virgin Media, yous are all the same. Yous have gaslighted the public and refused to talk about the real issues. This is the city centre. Anyone's daughter could have been going out last night. Couples going out last night. This could have been anyone and anyone's child.
Knife
and
crime
if you haven't got to stay, and this is what the journalists will say, oh, knife crime is everywhere. The Lord Mayor laughed when we wanted to talk about this. Knife crime has gone through the roof in this country and it's time the politicians start talking about it and stop running away. Answer the questions we're asking.
It's true. It's exactly. Listen, they called it out last Monday night in the chambers and they were laughed at. Malachy and Gavin. Now who has egg on their faces? Like, you know what I mean? It's wrong. You know what I mean? I said this during the week on the other show on Ireland Live. See, if they talk about it, they have to admit it. They have to admit the problem is there. If they bury their head in the sand, it might go away, but it's not going away. It's every day. It's twice a day now. You know what I mean? I'm going to just share another thing here that I have from, now this is crazy. Look, man stabbed on Valentine's Day 7 times over threatening eyes, Limerick court heard. What did he do? He looked at somebody crooked. Is this what we are now? We're turning into a society now where you can't look at someone crooked, but you get your throat cut, you get stabbed. It's not good. It's not good now. You know what I mean? It really isn't. But fair play to Gavin. He's had to coming out and calling it out. Hang on there. Clondalkin Village sealed off now at Garda Station. If you can get us out and in, Finola, it would be much appreciated. Gavin is bang on. Why Finola? Yeah, okay. Spitting facts from Gavin. That's all Gavin does is spits facts. They cannot. This is the problem with Gavin. This is why they cannot do Gavin. Everything Gavin talks about, he has the documents for. He has everything. He doesn't tell lies. You know what I mean? That's the thing. He's my friend. I've been with him a long time now. And one thing about Gavin, he tells the truth because you always get cut out if you tell lies. You know what I mean? Martina O'Toole, speechless. I'm not speechless. I have to stay here. I have to keep talking. So I'm not speechless. How are you, gang? Pepper for better. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, fair play to you. Letitia, I don't know the reason. Okay, if you could find out, if anyone can find out the reason there why Clondalkin is sealed off. There was a Dublin guy a long time back. He did a video saying that he had emptied the prisons in the Congo of their worst criminals, and seemingly they paid European countries to take them. Listen, they done the same in Cuba. That's what they done in Cuba. They emptied out all the prisons, sent all the head cases to the thing. And this is what these people are doing now. These people are going to go bombing and everything else. You know what I mean? So you only have to look at this. You look at this from the Minister for Justice, is it? Yeah, the Minister for Justice, I think it was. The Minister for Justice came out this week or last week and was talking about Patrick's Day, the Patrick's Day parade. This will have to be called off because this is a big terror threat. And there'll be nobody in the country. All the TDs will be gone away. You know what I mean? They'll be all gone away, you know? But, yeah, hang on, there's a private message in there. Let me see the private message. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, Anthony's just sending me a message there. That's all right. That's cool. It's very hard when you're doing everything on your own. You know what I mean? It's go, go, go. Trump has the right idea. Yeah, he has got the right idea. He has. DCC have blood on their hands. And I agree. DCC have got blood on their hands because if they had spoke about this last Monday, this could have been avoided. You know what I mean? This could have been avoided. There's no guards on the streets. Okay, guards are too busy running around chasing after people for fucking mean tweets. Mean tweets don't kill you, lads. Knives kill you. You know what I mean? And bad people kill you. You know what I mean? Gavin is 100%. Yeah, they done it in the US as well. They've done it everywhere. Everywhere. How are you, Padda? Are we safe on Paddy's Day or what, Fitzy? I don't think so. I'm being honest with you. I don't think so. I won't be going near town. There was one of the lads rang me the other day and said, talking about a protest for Patrick's Day. No, that is a no-no. Stay away from town on Patrick's Day. If you're going to have your own little things in your areas, that's what I'd advise you to do. I wouldn't advise anyone to be going near the city centre or anywhere near Patrick's Day festivals on Patrick's Day. I'm being honest with you. Whatever about your own in your own little areas, you can monitor them and you can watch them. What do you say, Paul? You're on mute. We cannot hear anything. You can, what? Everyone else, can you hear me? Everyone, just everything seems to be working. Good man, Fitzy, you'll stay away. Yeah, okay. Well, then you can hear me, Padda. Sorry, I was on mute. Good man, Ken. Fair play to you. Yeah. Martina O'Toole, Nigel and I will be walking up and down with my suicide vest. I'm telling you now, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's gone. It's gone ridiculous. Come on, Fitzy. What's that? What's he saying there? Good man, Fitzy. Fitzy, yeah. I hear you, Pat Casey, yeah. Liz, the Ukrainians won't go back. No, can't hear you. Everyone can hear me. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, brilliant. Deadly. But, yeah, we have a bit of an announcement now later on as well from later on. So, later on in the show, Martin and Anthony will be coming on to have a chat with us. Do you know, hold on, what's that? Do you know anything, Paul, about the raids in Dublin? I just know what I've been hearing, that they had some, there was videos there, I don't only playing the videos, you know what I mean? But it seems that they, some members of this gang or the other gangs took a guy and tortured him and wrote rat on his belly and all this. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I try not to get involved in shit like that. You know what I mean? I just like to tell the truth about what's going on everywhere, you know, all around the place. If I don't know about something, I'm not going to comment on it. But if anyone has any links, send them in to me and we can run with them, you know. Send link to Orla. Okay, yeah. Send link to Orla. Okay, yeah. Your sound is great, mate. Cheers. Thanks, Pala. Garda complicit with facilitating the invasion. It's true. It's true. They are. And I said, if anyone else has anything from over there, from Clondalkin, but the streets are not safe. Okay, as I said, we had a woman in Galway stabbed on Tuesday, I think it was, 2 days after the other thing, and then we had a kid, and then around Europe there was another 14-year-old child killed today by a migrant, by an asylum seeker. It's it just beggars belief, like, you know what I mean? It really does. I'm just gonna see, have I got that Yumpus picture there? Poor kid. But and we have Knock as well. Knock will be coming up shortly. There's a video there from Knock from today that I want to talk about. But yeah, I just have this that I want to share as well. This is all of the countries. Look. There you go. Look at that. Netherlands, Sweden, Belgium, France, England, Spain, Germany, Ireland, and Denmark. What have every one of them got in common? They were all attacked by asylum seekers or migrants. This is not working, people. This is not working in this country, in Europe, or anywhere else. J.D. Vance came out and spoke about it the other day. They didn't like what J.D. Vance had to say, but he brought it up in Munich on, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and they weren't too happy. But there's a kid dead. Look, Sweden, Belgium, that was an attack, do you remember? And here's Spain now. This is the guy that was outside his shop. Then there's this guy here. This is the guy with the red gloves and the whole lot. Didn't he stab someone? Didn't he stab that soldier? I think it was. The France one there is the guy who walked around and stabbed the kids and the woman in the playground last year, I think it was. There's Germany there. If you look in the bottom left, that is an asylum seeker stabbing a policeman in the back of the neck. He tried to stop a row. He jumped on your man, and your man came behind him and stabbed him. Then we have Ireland. We have Parnell Square there, where the 3 kids were butchered. You may as well say it. Like, we can't say anything different. Like, you know what I mean? They were butchered. End of story. You know what I mean? And that man's case has still not come up. You know what I mean? And then you have Denmark. Look, Jesus Christ, it's just, honestly, it just doesn't bear it. Honestly, I'm just at the end of my tether with this. Like, I really am. You know what I mean? And I'm sure everyone else is. You know what I mean? Because it's just disgraceful what's going on. Disgraceful. Government aren't listening. Gardaí aren't listening. Can the Gardaí can see what's going on here? They can see this happening. Like, 97% of Gardaí do not have any faith in Drew Harris. So why are they still carrying out his orders? This is what I can't understand. You know what I mean? Maybe they should recruit the Ukrainians into the Garda and improve the integrity. Well, it's either that or, you know, Cathy from Wake Up Area taking a case against the government and judicial for pushing individuals without proper courts and denied justice under the Constitution. I was on to Cathy last week. I think she sent me back a message. I just didn't see it in all the... I'm getting hundreds of messages every week, like, you know what I mean? Okay, folks, drinking game. Every time Paul says, you know what I mean? You have a drink. Good thing I got a tray of Sampic. You know what I mean? But EU is failing apart from IREXA. Listen, IREXA is not going to happen in the next few years. Like, that's a 20-year program, I think. You know what I mean? I think we do need to get out of there, but, you know. But Anthony's going to come on there now in a minute. Both the mother and child, both mother and child died that were dragged under the car in Munich. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's... Yeah. It's fucking sad. Never thought I would see the day the people of Ireland can't go to a parade. It's true. You know what I mean? I've been saying this for years about this parade. After 2020, I was saying to everyone, I say, listen, don't be going in there town. That is an ideal hotspot to get done. You know what I mean? They'll do that and be gone. You know what I mean? The rest of my country. I know that the rest of my country is fine. Yeah, I'm at the end of my tether. So am I, William. Yeah, you can see that. considering all that's been exposed, the USAID is funding all of this, and then listening to JD Vance, it's so hypocritical. Still no arrests in the US. So what's the agenda? Well, they haven't been in power now, to be honest with you. They are exposing stuff, you know what I mean? I have stuff there from how much Nancy Pelosi is on and the whole lot, like, you know what I mean? Munich yesterday, Villach, Austria today, yeah. I'm just going to see, can I get this? 5 men, women charged, major Garda raids. Yeah, that's just 5 men and a woman arrested in the major Garda raids. That was the ones from yesterday. I think they were to do with the Hennessy's or something like that. I'm not sure. That's what they said in the paper. Relax the cax, Fitzy. They make fool of you, homeboy. Thanks. What's this say? The sound's good. Sound is good on our side. Don't be scared to celebrate Patrick's Day. Attend your local parade and be fully prepared. Show no fear. They will like all Christian celebrations away. But that's what they're trying to do. That's exactly what they're trying to do. The Ukrainians need to go home. Don't emigrate here through the normal process. They're on a temporary basis. I'll be bleeding locked in 20 minutes. You know what I mean? You'll be locked in anyway, Pat. What about them dumping 30 men in Ballina without accommodation? That was from the other day. Yeah, I seen that. Countess put that up as well. I think John Ting put it up as well. Greece today, 2 Israelis killed by migrants. There's hundreds of them modular homes for Ukrainians in Adamstown near Lugan. Oh, don't I know it? Don't I know it? I'll come back with a few of them now in a minute. I'll just have a video there. And again, we had, was it 5,000 new to the parish? Have a look at this.
Céad Míle Fáilte was the message to hundreds of people in Dublin's Convention Centre today. 5,000 people are to become Irish citizens during ceremonies today and tomorrow, and these were among the first.
You look around Ireland at present, you can see the great contribution that's been made by new citizens, and it's great to see so many people who want to become citizens of this country. It wasn't that long ago when many people were leaving the country. And
then the pivotal moment of pledging loyalty to the state before becoming an Irish citizen.
He was born as a Nigerian. That was when I got my Nigerian citizen. And so it's a rebirth, being an Irish citizen. That's how it feels to me.
Around 900 individuals becoming citizens this week are originally from India, followed by roughly 600 from the United Kingdom and more than 500 from Brazil. But as they leave the convention centre, they can now call themselves Irish.
No, they can't call themselves Irish. They're Irish on a bit of bleeding paper. Cop on to yourself. 600 from England. So why would they want to leave England? The only reason they're here is to come in here and avail of the social welfare. That's all it is. It's ridiculous. What's this one here now? I felt safer in the 70s and 80s in Belfast compared to. I wasn't up there, but I used to watch the news, and I'm going to be honest. It's looking that way now. You know what I mean? It's looking that way now. Dennis Carr, what a gobshite. I think he's talking. I hope he's talking about the Minister for Justice. The hairdo done. Can we become Africans? Who wants to become an African? Let's be honest about it. So stabbing people is apparently contributing according to RTE. Exactly. Yeah, destruction of our country. It is the destruction of our country. Bring back the 80s. Or as John Waters says, give me back the back roads. Yeah. Irish is in our DNA. They are not Irish. And they're not Irish. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry. And I've said it here as well about this as well. Like 85% of the claims that have gone into the HSE, okay, have been against foreign nationals. Some of these lads are coming over here, doctors supposed to be, that they're getting it on the internet. And this is what they're doing. They're being found out. And that's exactly what's happening here. As I said, you go onto the HSE website, 85% of all claims is against non-nationals. So draw your own conclusions there from that. You know what I mean? So a son of an Australian citizenship, but not Australian and never will. My son has Australian citizenship, but he is not Australian and never will. But this is it. I was listening to a guy being interviewed yesterday, and one of these lefties, and he said, yeah, well, you're born here, you're Irish. Yeah, but your man and dad aren't Irish. Like, you're black, mate. You know what I mean? You don't look Irish. Yeah, but you are Irish. Listen, if we go to China tomorrow and I have 3 kids and they're Chinese kids and they haven't got wing wong eyes, well, then they're not Chinese kids, are they? You know what I mean? They're not Chinese kids. They're not Irish the same way as they're not Irish kids. Okay, it's just, What was this? Now, where are we going here? Semtex. Well, we can't really go with that. I heard they're getting them in Ukraine. It's half the time. What's this? Preach, Fitz, preach. It's true, but you know what I mean? These people are not Irish and they never will be. She's going there, oh, when I got my Nigerian citizenship, it was great. And now I got my Irish citizenship. I am all Irish now. You're not Irish. You're not Irish. You're as black as the ace of spades, sweetheart. Come on. You're not Irish. You never will be Irish. You can pretend you're Irish and you can let on you're Irish and you can do all of the things that you think makes you Irish, but you'll never be Irish. The same way as if I go to Uganda or I go to Nigeria and become a Nigerian. Do you know I can't go there? I have to show that I have money and everything else and I have ways of looking after myself before you become a citizen of any of them countries. It's gone ridiculous, like. It really has. Right, I'll do another video then. Okay, I'm to get a message there from the lads. I didn't play the Tracy one, did I? Oh, did I? No, I didn't play Tracy. I'm going to play Tracy O'Mahony. She's talking about how unsafe it is in her country.
I'm a 43-year-old woman living in Galway City. Grew up in Galway City in a fairly hard council estate. Moved out the country about 20 years ago, out into another part of Galway. But what I'm finding an awful lot recently, because I work in Galway City, so I come in and out every day, what I'm finding an awful lot recently is I want to come into Galway City less and less because I'm actually concerned for my safety. And I'm wondering how many other people feel like this. So even just when I'm driving in my car and I'm stopped at traffic lights and I realise that the door isn't locked, I'm locking the door. I've never done that before. I'm thinking about St. Patrick's Day coming up and I'm thinking, you would be absolutely mad to go to a St. Patrick's Day parade in this country and bring your children because of what's happening all around the world, but particularly in Europe. I was out last night with friends in Mayo, and I don't drink, but I was there with my sister and a load of other people, and I felt like I was constantly watching my sister all night, not because, you know, she felt unsafe, but because I felt unsafe for her. And I never felt like that before, ever, ever, ever. Then I was just driving in around the Galway shopping centre and I saw somebody, there was a man that was taking stuff out of his car and he had just left the buggy at the back of the car. And he was only going in and out of the car, and all I actually thought was, somebody could either drive into that buggy or they could actually try and take your kids. And maybe to some people this feels a little alarmist, but everything that I'm saying, there are things that have happened in this country, particularly over the last 4 or 5 years, that justify my concerns. So, I was born in this country, I was raised in this country, I lived in this country in my entire life. And I'm somebody who grew up, like I said, in a fairly hard council estate. And I don't feel safe here. I don't feel safe here. That's not right. I'm just wondering how many other people feel this way.
Yeah, Pada posted up there. Obviously, Pada doesn't like Tracy. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to put stuff across the bottom of the screen slagging off people, to be honest with you. But yeah, you probably have good reason to. I don't know, Pada, but yeah. Did you see the report? Hang on. Did you see the report? Lay off the glue, bitch. Yeah, same as too dangerous. Some people are talking about locking the car door. Like I have been doing that for months. Well, for years. She's full of shit. She's full of shit, Fitz. Okay, fair enough. I don't know that much about her, to be honest. Bunch of cowards scared in their own country. Yeah. I go around Dublin city centre with a mindset that I'm in a war zone. Yeah, well, I'm the same, mate, to be honest with you. There's Brian Garrigan, Irish Lives Matter. How are you, Brian? How's things, buddy? Good to see you tuning in, mate. Must get you on one of the evenings. But yeah, you're right, Irish Lives do matter. And I'm going to be honest with you, Brian, I wasn't giving out about you, don't get me wrong, but I thought you're giving it loads about the Romans and the whole lot, but I'm at the saying in the last few months, I'm at the seeing a steady flow of Romans just doing shit around the areas and the whole lot. So yeah, I agree with you there now. Liz, I do. Shout it before I open the door. Yeah, who is it before I open the door? I have a better one for you. You know when you're on your own and someone knocks on the door or someone busts in, just run down the stairs, make loads of noise. Jump, 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 go, Paddy, John, Mick, come on, help me. And they just run out the door. That's what happens. I've seen that happening before. Yup. But talking about refugees, yeah, must have a shite. Good man. I'm from Fingerless, North Dublin. You had your hole. Finola. Yeah. But yeah, we were talking about. I was talking to a guy today about different stuff, you know what I mean, about answering doors. Just what we were saying there, like, my kids lock that door as soon as they come through that door. If that door is left open, I run amok, and they keep telling me, Dad, why do you keep giving out over the door? And my thing is, there was 3 people stabbed last week standing at the doors. They nearly got their throats cut. So what's to stop somebody walking in my door and starting to stab my kids? It's no good saying it never happened or it won't happen or it might happen. So worst case scenario, I'm cutting out the whole worst case scenario. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. The refugees are about intimidating as a Teletubby. Yeah, I know they are, yeah. But Tracy is spot on. But I got a message today off. I do a bit of TikTok, but that guy, King Hurley, put up a thing today. Why has Shamrock Rovers, why has Bohemians got the first game of the season and this, that, and the other? They've done nothing. And my reply to him was, because they are the Refugee Welcome Party Brigade. That's who they are. That's why they got that. And then they have the Palestinian flags flying all over the place and this, that, and the other. Now, I'm just going to... Did I download that one yet? No, I didn't. But there was a protest today in Cork. They got a load out. Not one Irish flag could be seen, like, you know what I mean? But I'm going to play Anthony Casey. I have a little video here just from Anthony I'm going to play, okay?
It's an absolute disgrace what's happened in this country. Yeah, well, we'll see what happened in that regard. But I will launch a viable opposition party for the people, and I will work with others to keep our community safe and self-sufficient. I vow here and now to dedicate my life to stopping the corruption in this country, restoring democracy, halting the human trafficking scam, and putting a stop to the destruction of Irish culture and safety of our own women and children on their own soil.
Now, that was Anthony vowing to do, and I think we have done that. I think he's coming on to me now in a minute there to have a little chat with me. Jesus Christ, lads, we're flying here today. We're up to 700 already, guys. Jesus Christ, thank you very much as are flying. But fair play to you, I have to say. Like, wow. And we're only a half an hour in. Fair play to you. Just keep sharing it everywhere, people. And if you can buy us a coffee, buy us a coffee. If not, don't bother. Don't worry about it. Just if you can, you can. But 700 viewers now so far. I'm going to just bring up my friend and my compatriot here. Hello, Mr. Casey. How are you?
How are you, Paul? Can you hear me there?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah, how's things?
Yeah, good.
Oh, look at this across the bottom of the screen. Hello. Get in there. Suppose... Anthony Casey, Ireland First President. Good man. Well done.
Well, so I guess it's important to address the elephant in the room now that Paul's called it out. For the last 2 months since I left the Irish Freedom Party, there's been question marks underneath my name there. And I suppose what's important to know now is that shortly after leaving the Irish Freedom Party, I was approached by Ireland First to take president role, and initially we began talks for about 2 months. What's going to happen is I am now elected the president of Ireland First, nominated by Derek Bly, who's now the chairperson, with a bid to rebrand and rename the party and relaunch it in 6 months' time. We'll be welcoming everybody from the movement to come and sit down and have a chat. There's a lot of expertise. I've gathered teachers, nurses, solicitors, all to row in with me in this party to put forward a professional, robust policy party for the government, for the Irish people. Something to tackle the tyrannical and rogue government. Something much more professional. No more camera phone videos. Policies written by experts that will reach Middle Ireland, but also be strong in policy, strong on migration, strong on energy policy, strong on housing. Give our kids a chance to have a future in this country, safe and affordable. One part of that will be tackling what I deem as an undemocratic voting system in this country. That'll be very front and centre. But this will be a political party that's very new, that's for New Ireland. It'll be grassroots, it'll be boots on the ground in the communities. Someone from every constituency will be out from very early on. And I welcome everybody who is listening today to jump on board, to get in. Right now, the website for Ireland First is down. It's been updated. All the branding and names and policies are being put in place. So watch this space, yeah. And this is the Irish Column breaking it because it hasn't been public knowledge. It's only an hour after happening. So, yeah, let's up the game and let's move forward.
Brilliant. So this is an Irish Column exclusive. Happy days. Brilliant.
It is. And, it's important, Paul, as well, like that. Look, we've all had our share of, infighting and bickering and all. But it's important to say myself and Paul is involved in this project. There's a lot of Frank Conway. There is a lot of people rowing in the background. Martin Murphy, of course. There's going to be a lot of people involved from across all the other parties also. Because the way the structure will be, it'll be an AC of 12 people. An AC is an Ard Corla. And what that will reside as is every member will have an equal vote. I won't be going out off my own bat doing videos, standing outside, iPass centres, going to protests and banging a speech out. We've all got to where we are now. So it's time to up the game and launch something very professional. So very exciting. I'm very excited for the people who've come forward, teachers that are in it 20 years who are annoyed with what has happened to the education system in this country. I have engineers, energy wind farm engineers who are sick of the scamdemic and the climate scam that's going on. Doctors who are wide awake, who want to row in with policy. This is going to be policy written by the experts who are wide awake. So articulate candidates, professional. Let's see how we get on. So I'm open for business, guys.
Open for business is right. To top it all off, Scotland have minorities worldwide, more freedom of speech to Scottish people. Okay. Let's see, say Mustafa. Fuck buying me coffee. Please make meaningful donation to my troker box. I need to book my summer holiday to Waterford to get it done. Thank you to all 5 viewers. Mustafa, sure. I'm gonna be honest, Mustafa. If you can't see, I think there's 500 there now. I think on this, and then there's another. I think there's 300 on the website. So, Mustafa, I don't know where you're going, mate, with your 5 viewers. Congrats, Irish Column. Good news. Yeah, thanks very much. So you hate Tracy, but like Gavin, who? I don't hate anyone. I never said I hated anyone. Is this the other guy who said that somebody was giving out when I was playing the Tracy one? Mustafa, you're not that important. You're not really, Mustafa. Let's be honest. So we have Pepper, Steenie, Coiler, and Turkey Teeth. Get them all involved with this. Well, Coiler and Turkey Teeth won't be getting involved with it now, to be honest with you. Pepper and Steenson will, I'd say. Like, we have to weed out the people that we don't need in it. I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean, Anthony? We've seen how these people work. We've seen what they've done against other nationalists. So them people won't be coming into this. Listen, it's completely up to the party and up to the AC members. But listen, we've all seen what these people can do. You know what I mean? And what they're still trying to do with the groups. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Great news, Anthony. Well done. What else have we got there? Who ruined their countries? Tom Garvin running Ireland. Like, yeah.
The comments are flying in. I don't think you'll be able to keep up with them, Paul. They're coming.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
Best of luck, Anthony.
A big part of it is thanks very much, everyone, for saying best of luck. They're the comments are flying in. Look, another big part of this is obviously Ireland. The government in Ireland have gone completely rogue and tyrannical. They're now not going to announce what these people are, where the iPass centres will be, and how much money is being made. Nick Delahunty did a great video on what's going on as well. That the iPass, some people coming in through the iPass system are now iPass owners. They're facilitating. If people can't see it, like it is bizarre. People can't see it. So I've said this before. Clare's at a 20-year crime high. There's so much going on. You've seen some of the videos that Paul already sent. Our kids will not afford a home safe or affordable in this country. So I personally can't sit on the couch and allow that to happen. And a lot of people are walking away from politics at the moment. We don't have a viable, honest opposition party.
Is there anybody hearing that? I'm hearing something in my ear here.
No.
Don't know what. No, it's okay. Go on. It has to be something here.
Yeah, it's important because from the UN to the EU, they all have their claws in Ireland. And the EU and the UN, if you don't know how nefarious they really are, Paul is in. They're nasty from the core, and they've been nasty for a long time. A lot of people won't believe. I'm going to play a video here, a 1 minute long video about the UN and what they've been getting up to. And we'll keep playing the comments in the background.
This is not a conspiracy. This is the new Jimmy Savile. UN security staff trafficked 14 and 15-year-old girls out of Moldova into Bosnia during the war, chained them up in a nightclub for the exclusive use of UN staff.
What do you mean, that chained them where?
In cages in the nightclub. They were sex slaves trafficked by UN staff. Certain aid workers prevented families from entering refugee camps unless they handed over a child for sexual favours.
So you can go on the record and say that the UN knew about
this? Oh, yeah.
And they were covering it up?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think this goes all the way to the top?
Yes. When there is a pandemic going on that is spread by bodily fluids, WHO staff, World Health Organization staff, were abusing women in Eastern Congo.
Right, hold on. That didn't go according to plan, Anthony. So let's try it again. I'll try it here from my end.
What?
This is not a conspiracy. This is the new Jimmy Savile. UN security staff trafficked 14 and 15-year-old girls out of Moldova into Bosnia during the war, chained them up in a nightclub for the exclusive use of UN staff.
What do you mean, that chained them where?
In cages in the nightclub. They were sex slaves trafficked by UN staff. Certain aid workers prevented families from entering refugee camps unless they handed over a child for sexual favours.
So you can go on the record and say that the UN knew about
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and they were covering it up?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think this goes all the way to the top?
Yes. When there is a pandemic going on that is spread by bodily fluids, WHO staff, World Health Organization staff, were abusing women in Eastern Congo. The people who know this best are the women on the ground. There are now protests in Eastern Congo with women saying, please, UN, leave. You are supposed to bring us peace. You are supposed to bring us security. You did not bring us peace, and you raped us. Can you please leave? Mark Zuckerberg should go to jail.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's so right, and it's right in front of people.
Did you see the Andrew? It's everywhere.
So we need some kind
very,
of
sketchy here.
I think that might be your Wi-Fi, Paul. I saw that video the first time I played. Perfect. Maybe let us know in the comments if you said like so. I'm not too sure, and I wasn't hearing any noises when you were saying it. Let us know, guys, if anything's glitching. Yeah, look, so it's easy to see. We've seen the stabbings there, Paul. You played them earlier. We've seen the crime go through the roof in this country. We've seen the money being handed over. I put up a post the other day. We've already spent over $1 billion on iPass coming in. We have record numbers of homelessness in this country. 5,000 children, 10,000 adults, and it's only getting worse. We have to. The government can't be allowed to get away with this. You know, it's gone too far, and you can see our culture. You know, I released a video about or post about the Educate Together locally here in Carlow Town, and it was my mistake that I sent my son there. Now he's in 5th class, so it was a while ago. My other 2 younger children won't be going there; they'll be going to an Irish speaking school. But you know, they have everything down off the wall that's anything Irish. You know, no Christianity, no cross. They can't have a Christmas festival. It's all what do they call it? I don't know, winter festival.
Winter lights and winter this and winter that. Just bullshit. They're getting rid of all of it.
There's pride flags all over the school, and there is Muhammad all over the school, and all the food now is now halal food. You know, they've gone for diversity over logic, where they're destroying our culture. I got a message from a civil servant through Shin Nadina, and it was saying that in my work here in the National Museum in Dublin, they are rewriting history. They came in and they want to inject, or they're already doing it, this happened 6 months ago, inject diversity and LGBTQ culture into Irish history. Like, history is history. It's been done. All you're doing is telling the truth about it. So everything, you know, is this country has gone completely backwards. It's not gone backwards. I tell you, going backwards is actually the right way to go. The likes of what James Conway is doing, you know, on the farm and digging up drills and setting it up in all different counties, that's going backwards, and that's a good thing. We need all Ireland. Farmers on board. Yeah, farmers will be on board. Farmers cannot make a living at the moment with the nitrates, the restrictions, with the climate scam, everything they're trying to do. So they're trying to take over the our food supply. It's very easy to see. Yeah. So I think we will, you know, we will be launching farms all across the country. I'm working with James Conway on that as well.
Oh, there's a lot of work that has been done in the last few months since we've left the Irish Freedom Party, hasn't it? People thought we were just sitting back and doing what, but no.
Well, when you think about Paul, this time last year, I wasn't even involved with a party. It was much later, you know, and we've learned a lot in the last year, in the last 8-9 months. It's been a busy 8 months, but here we are. It's who's planning this all. It's actually, I tell you who it is. It's the richest people in the world who are planning this. The WEF is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. That has signed in what they call the UN Sustainability Goals, which is Agenda 2030, if anyone's heard of that. Yeah. So the EU have signed that in with the UN, and that's what's happening. Now, Ireland has been, it's one of the, Ireland's compliance rates with everything in the last few years have been astronomical, you know. So Ireland is it's the project, I suppose. It's the mini project. Most of Irish people are asleep to what's happening. They're waiting for it to arrive on their doorstep before they wake up. A lot of people are wondering when they'll be out in the streets. 2 years ago, they were throwing elderly people out of nursing homes that had nowhere to go, and they were going on hunger strike in Cherry Orchard. You know, people didn't stand up then, and you were an extremist for standing up then when you saw something going wrong. You know, but personally, I'm sick of our kids getting stabbed. I don't want to live in a country where we're afraid to go St. Patrick's Day parade. This cannot go ahead. We can't allow this, and we need an honest. The party is only one prong to this fork. Even if someone burnt everything to the ground, you still need a political party. So don't forget that this is just one part. But this party will be involved in the community. It will be helping out all of these community watch groups as well. It'll be helping out the farming. You'll see us everywhere. You know, everything that needs to be pushed forward. So I think people's mental health need a bit of a break. They're pushing horrible things, and people are very upset. And I think this is something hopeful, something to work on. And I think it's going to be very big. So, yeah, Martin Murphy is sliding in there now. I see him. Martin has a structure he can share about this. Yeah, hopefully he might have it. Hello, Martin.
Hello, Martin Murphy. How are you, my friend?
How are we all doing, gentlemen? Paul Ewell, Mr. President. I presume it's been announced.
We're all doing brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's only 10 minutes after being announced, actually. But
Yeah.
it's an Irish column exclusive. And in fairness, Martin was on board with me here since when I left the Irish Freedom Party, and he put together a massive structure to the new way the Ireland First Party will proceed. Like we said as well, it will be rebranded, it will be relaunched, and it will have a new structure. And hopefully Martin will be able to expand upon that with the slide, because it's very exciting stuff.
Oh, just a second, didn't I share my screen?
I'm putting you on the spot there, am I?
Yeah, I literally just landed back. So, and my studio computer has decided not to come on for me. So this is inside the studio. You're getting to see it without green screen and everything. So,
oh yeah.
I'm not sure how the sound is on the.
I was the same, Martin. My laptop went tits up last night. I had to switch it off. Chrome went down on it last night, and I thought something was wrong, so I switched it off, and it wouldn't switch back bleeding on. So I had to take one of the other ones there that I had for sale and set it all up today, and that's what I'm using there now. So yeah.
Let's see. You just talk about it. I'll see if I can upload this. And
yeah, Jesus, I tell you, lads, the amount of comments tonight.
It's hopping in. You know, considering I rotated the wrong YouTube link. You know, that link in YouTube didn't work. So yeah, it's. But anyway, look, we were talking about all of this stuff. We were talking about the party. We were talking about how grassroots is going to be, how involved it's going to be on the ground, how professional it's going to be, robust policy written by experts all across not even across the movement, but all across Ireland who've reached out. So it's exciting stuff, and it's going to be big. So, but expect there's going to be a lot of slander coming as well. You know, mainstream media is bought and paid for. So you will be, I guess there's going to be a lot of resistance after today, but there will be an announcement video. So Christian roots, yeah, absolutely. Look, you know me, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Since before the Catholic Church took it. So yeah, absolutely. We could do with putting a bit of faith back into society as compared to this anti-humanism. What did I miss there? What can we not put
attention, please make a donation to buy Fitzy a coffee so Martin can have a shave.
I actually look. I it's a little bit. It's got a bit wild, and I need a haircut. It's been a very busy couple of weeks, lads. There isn't a minute. It's basically finished work. It's the summer to go Friday, the summer to go Saturday, the summer to go Sunday. It's been like today started as meetings wise 9:30 this morning, and we've been on the road and in meetings literally like all day long today. So
it's been crazy. It's been a busy one, huh?
Somebody just put up there, Pada Herman is aboard and see you next Tuesday. Glad that prick is gone. Lol, lol, lol. Like, Herman is still there doing his own thing. Like, we moved away from Herman because of the direction the party was going in. We didn't like the direction the party was going in. Well, I'm speaking for myself here. I'm probably speaking for you too as well. And that's why we're here now. And that's why we're doing this. We need to give the people a better, you know, a better party, more to look forward to. And that's what we're here. That's what we're here to fight for. Study, don't say no.
Yeah. So, what did you address, Anthony, so far? Sorry, I was on the road.
Well, yeah. Look, I just said that basically, as of this evening, I am the president of Ireland First with a bid to rebrand it, to reconstitute it, and to relaunch it. Hopefully before the end of the year, when a few people are on board, experts who are going to. I said there's an AC panel. And everyone has an equal vote, and it'll be community-based, grassroots, with very professional and robust, and that you had a structure that you put together, and you pitched to current Irish Ireland First members, and it was not like any other political party here because the country has never been in the state it's in before, and you need to move and adapt with the times. So, if you have it, Martin, you can go through it briefly. There's a lot of questions there about joining a new party. It will be taking membership soon. If you went on the Irish First website now, you'll see it's updating. So yeah, we will that will be launching very soon. We are just obviously the rebrand is coming, so all the good steps, but we'll keep you up and informed.
Go ahead, Martin. The floor is yours, mate. Your mic is on mute, Martin.
Just Chris Byrne there. He is he's now the chairman.
Martin, your sound is gone for some reason.
You can see there until Martin comes back. You can see the base of this structure is membership, which is. Can you hear us, Martin? Which is no. First and foremost, most important. So what
I'm just going to take this back down for a minute. Has he gone off?
Yeah, his mic is there. Can you hear us, Martin? Maybe if we drop down, is there something?
No.
Anyway, I'll briefly run through this.
No, Martin's talking away to himself there. Nothing's happening.
Okay. Well, look. So you can see here.
I'll drop you out, Martin. I'll kick you from the studio. Come back in then, right?
Yeah. I'm going to keep this up for a minute, Paul. Is that right? I'll briefly run through it.
Yeah, go ahead. You
can come back and you can fill us in with it.
Martin, just leave and come back in again. You leave and come back in again, and we'll see does that work. Go ahead, Anthony. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's gone because he left. Anyway, he'll come back.
Oh, he left. But okay.
Don't worry, Paul. We'll get through it.
Yeah, no. It's not. I hate when it doesn't go right. You know what I mean? I'm at to be at it all day. Derek is still there. Yeah.
Derek is still there. Derek is there for the time being. He's going to remain there. At the moment, he'll be the chairperson, and he'll take a back seat. And he's after nominating myself, and he is basically he's very happy with the way it's going. He's very. Like, I commend Derek for all the work he's done. He's done sterling work, and it's been tiring, because it's been 3 tough elections he's gone through. He's gone to the European, he's gone through the locals and the general. So, he's very busy with his family. He has to give a bit of time at home to get that balance right. But he is in the background still helping out, and I commend him for all his efforts.
You back, Martin?
No, Mike.
No, Mike. I don't know why you've no Mike, Martin. It's weird.
Just do the old IT switcheroo.
Still can't hear you.
Mike out and back in, maybe.
Put in your earphones. Yeah, put in your earphones. Can I please become a member of Ireland First? I represent my country, Finglas, South Dublin. No to racism. Yes to the dress. Yeah, you can. Mustafa, I don't think you'll be cut out for what we need to do, to be honest with you, Mustafa. Lads, we're flying it here tonight. Look, 1,200 we're up to now. Lads, keep sharing this. Share this everywhere. You can send me a text too on WhatsApp on 089 203 1521. And you can also watch live on X, on Fitzy Dub, on Anthony Casey, Rugger Morph 27, Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, theirishchannel.com live. Yeah, keep it going there, people. It's brilliant, I have to say. And if you want to buy us a coffee, there you go, buy us a coffee. Thanks very much. But 1,200, Anthony, we're flying here tonight. People are getting stuck in here.
There's a good video.
Mousy on YouTube. Hang on, I'll just read this. Mousy on YouTube doesn't trust Gavin Pepper. Whoa, bro. What does the man have to do to jump through a flaming hoop? I'm being honest with you. I don't really care what Mousy or anyone else thinks of Gavin Pepper. Gavin Pepper is a good man, and he's fighting for this country, and he's fighting for our children. So, as far as I'm concerned, Gavin Pepper is one of the top men in this movement. So, whatever anyone thinks about that, they can put that in the pipe and smoke it. Go on. Sorry, Anthony.
No, there's a video here on the way society is structured. It's kind of an interesting 2-minute video. I'll play it there because it just gets an oversight on the way the countries, not just our country, but the European Union has pushed all of our structures for the last few years.
Number 1, you were born in a cold prison. It is your country, your state. Number 2, you have to pay for the prison stay. they call the prison fee taxes. Number 3, you have no say what will be done with the money, but you have to pay. Number 4, to pay the money, you have to work. The prison encourages you to buy new shiny products, so you feel better about your poor existence. Number 5, you are not allowed to exit the prison and live on your own. They will hunt you and make you pay. Number 6, only a few prisoners have walked far enough to see the prison wall. Number 7, the prison gives you news and entertainment so that you don't discover the prison walls. Number 8, the prison does not allow strong family bonds or strong brotherhood unless you are a part of the group that is running the prison. Number 9, the prison you live in wants you weak, sick and divided, because weak prisoners can't climb the walls. And most important, number 10, the prison is mostly run by other prisoners. It will collapse if enough prisoners will wake up. Go your way, Bratan. Reunite with others. Find the walls. Climb the walls. Every fucking day. This is the Grim Hustle. Be honorable.
Wow. I saw that video last week. I'm going to bring Martin back up. Are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now, my friend. Good man.
Yeah, it was the other computer using up all the other all the bandwidth because it's just updating something or uploading something. So that is the issue.
Right, we'll throw up your structure there, mate, and I'll drop down.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Down again. I'll go down the bottom there.
Have it there. Just ignore the symbol. I need to just go through all this.
Giving it away, Martin.
We'll go through it quickly. Somebody can play it back on slow. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to make my screen big again. Yeah. So look, the most important part of this entire structure is obviously the biggest box down here. So that is the membership. So what you can notice is the arrows are all pointing up the way. This is not a top-down organization. That's the problem with Irish politics. You've got politics as a whole. You've got these dictators who sit at the top table and just bark orders down, which are their own personal views and personal ideas. And that's not how democracy is supposed to work. Democracy is supposed to work from the bottom up. So your most important people in the entire organization are the membership. And they will be the most important people because everything that's decided above that large box there is going to be based on what the membership desire, what the membership want, and the ideas of the membership. There's lots of different avenues. So membership feed into social media accounts. Social media is unfortunately very, very important in politics nowadays. The community watch groups. So there are plenty of organizations and plenty of people out there who may not necessarily want to be front-facing in politics, but they can do an awful lot of work on the ground in protecting their own communities. Given what's happened in the last week alone, the amount of stabbings, assaults, etc., we have to start protecting ourselves. Like, the state is not going to protect you. The guards are not going to protect you. You have to take responsibility for your own communities. And with that comes we need protection. So we have a law and protection committee that basically we'll need a couple of solicitor in there. We'll need somebody from ex-law enforcement in there. We'll need experts to guide these community watch groups and what you can and can't do in relation to you know what I mean. So protection at all times. So we're not asking people to go out and do anything but be a pair of eyes and ears. Numbers is a great thing. 10 men walking down the street is intimidating to anyone. So if you've got 10 big lads that can walk the streets at night on a Saturday night or a Friday night when youngsters are out trying to enjoy themselves, you can keep an eye out for the dangerous people, you know what I mean, and make sure that the youngsters get home. Again, membership will feed into fundraising committees. Look, we need funds. It's as simple as that. Nothing runs on nothing. So, you know, we'll have fundraising committees that will arrange events, and you know, it'll be fun. that's all I'll say. Everything that's done in relation to this is going to be fun. It's going to be aimed at community, and you know, if we raise funds and we're successful, there'll obviously be charitable donations, charities we deem worthy, not NGOs, but genuine organizations that are actually designed to help Indigenous Irish people. You're going to have a policy committee. It's fairly straightforward. Look, it's where policy is formed and written. So it's fairly straightforward, that one. You've got your commons. They exist already, but these are going to be different in the sense that the membership and will feed into the commons, and the commons will then feed this community AC member. So your top line here in the AC, I'll go through it in a second, but this is possibly the most important thing. This is where the groundwork gets done. Do you know what I mean? This is where membership forms groups which will work in the local communities, and out of those commons will come candidates. You know what I mean? People who are embedded in the community, people who are respected in the community, people who are willing to work for their community and only their community. You know what I mean? If you're living in a certain area, you should look after that area. Forget about everything else. Forget about what's happening over in the next village. You just mind your own area. And if everybody does that, we'll have a very safe and productive society.
Yeah.
We have NPG, which is non-political groups. There are tons and tons and tons of groups out in the country that they don't want to be political. They don't want to put candidates out there. They don't want to. They're doing great work. They're supporting their communities, but they just do not want to be involved in politics. But just because they don't want to run candidates or become a political party doesn't mean that their opinions, their ideas, their help isn't wanted or needed. It absolutely is. So we need these groups to feed into us, to help us with civic responsibility. So these like it's like the Says No movements, the likes of Sinn Féin, the likes of all the other organizations that are out there that are trying their best to save their communities. Well, you know what I mean? We want to hear from you. We want your input, and then we want to be able to form policy and governance that will support you and your fight to save your communities. Party Finance Committee, don't need to talk about that. It is what it is. This is where the most fun is going to be had. Traditions and Culture Committee. We have to save what it is to be Irish, to be an indigenous Irish person. We have folklore, we have music, we have traditions, we have festivals, we have so much. We absolutely so much, and we're allowing it to be erased. So there's going to be a huge focus on our traditions, our music, our culture. And we need people. We need Gaeilgeoirs. We need people who play traditional music. We need Irish dancers. We need people from the arts, essentially traditional Irish arts that can revitalize and we say reintroduce our folklore, our history, our language to people. So it's very, very, very important. Media committee, very, very important as well. So we're going to have to build our own media. There's plenty of people interested in helping, but we need more. So if you're creating social media content and you want to either be involved in the political party or just basically help us get the message out, then just reach out to us. You'll notice along here, there's no spokesperson for health, and there's no spokesperson for education, and it's media, policy, culture, finance, community, civic responsibility, and national security. The Irish people as a whole need to start taking a little bit more responsibility for their own future. The state should not be responsible for your health. The state should not be responsible for educating your children. Mom and dad, as per our constitution, are the primary carers and educators in the state. That's how our constitution was designed. So mom and dad need to start taking a bit more responsibility in ensuring their kids get educated as they see fit, not how the state sees fit, but as they see fit. Health, okay, look, we all need to be more active. Every single one of us, we need to take responsibility for our own health. You know, we need to smoke less, we need to drink less. We need to smoke less, drink less, and become more active. But that all ties into working in the community. Go out and pick weeds or something, or litter pick, or what. Just do something in your community. Do something in your community. The top tier here, the 12 apostles, as I'm calling them. Lots of different titles, lots of different names. all exactly the same. Every vice president, chairman, president, vice chair, national organizer, and all of these AC chairs, one vote. 12 people. A conversation, a debate, and a vote. And that's how it's done. No boss, no dictator, no anything like that. Up here then we have non-party political liaisons and non-party civic liaisons. Again, even down here, we said there's people who don't want to be involved in politics. There's going to be people who will not want to join or want to stay with their own banner, but they're not our enemy. The door is open to everyone. So what we're going to ask people is, if you don't want to join us, we'll just nominate a liaison, and you just send them to us, and we'll work with them, and then we'll say openly, this is what we're planning to do. Can you tell us what you're planning to do? And we will ensure there's no vote splitting, there's no backbiting, there's no fighting, there's no nothing. There'll only be open conversation and debate, and we will run the best and strongest candidates in an area where somebody can actually get elected and take a seat. It's the same over here. There are groups and organizations that are not political that, again, may not want to join us, but the door is open. Send a liaison. So our an ambassador, and we will keep the communication lines open. We will talk to everybody. We will share what we're doing with you, and then you can make a decision whether or not you want to align with us, or we will potentially, if you had a better candidate, and we know you have a better candidate, and we can do the maths on it, then we would gladly support that person and tell any of our members in that area, look, we're not going to run a candidate in this area because this person X, Y, or Z actually has a really good chance of getting elected, and they have ground support. So we would like you to support this person. You know what I mean? This is selfless. This isn't about we're right and everybody else is wrong. This is 100% for the Indigenous Irish, and I keep saying this, the Indigenous Irish people of this island. That's all I care about. I care about nothing else other than the Indigenous Irish population. And again, I'm going to say it one more time so it resonates with people. The Indigenous Irish population. That's who we are for. Okay, that's it. All my words are used up.
Yeah. That sounds great. Look, this is the way forward. You can see that this is a map that hasn't been done before, but we're on uncharted territory within Ireland at the moment. So much has gone wrong. So much has gone corrupt. And now people are saying we'll wait 5 years. It's 5 years until the next election. We don't know if that's true or not. It could be 18 months. We have to build now. Now is the time. And yeah, we're just fresh from an election, but there's a lot of things gone wrong in this country. Very wrong. And we have the expertise. We just need to drop the ego. And that's a big important thing what Martin said there. All them people at the AC have an equal vote. I won't be going off on my own bat and doing videos of what I think of this, that, and the other. It has to be professional. Has to be well thought out. Everything has to be strategic. We need to do this right. We need to make this for the Irish people, and to allow them to have some kind of normality again. Somewhere where they know their food is healthy, where they know their doctors and their hospitals are looking after them, where they know they're going to have a house in the future and be able to afford family life again. So at the moment, if we leave it as it is and all walk away and say it got us nowhere, what good will it do? We owe it to the people to launch this, and we need everybody to get on board, to join the party, to give us their ideas as members, to row in. And it's not about me. It's not about, I'll gladly step aside if it's not working in the next year or two. It just has to work correct. And that's what it is. It has to be the right vehicle, has to be going the right direction, has to be spoken about the right way. So, yeah, I hope everyone does jump in and realises that we will be sitting down with lots of people all across the movement. I've always said it, even though there's been stones thrown especially since I left the Irish Freedom Party. I'm not against sitting down with anybody across the movement, having a coffee and having a chat, if they're first and foremost for Ireland and the way it needs to go, because I'm thick-skinned enough to know what's important, and that's what it needs to be. So we're going to relaunch, and we could do with everyone's expertise in it.
Yeah. So everyone, if you want to get involved, contact us, let us know. And as the lad said, there'll be candidates. We'll be putting candidates in every constituency, won't we? We'll need 49 of them. Yeah. But I'm sure we can get 49 of them, you know what I mean? If we get 49 of the right people, we'll be doing well, Even put 2 in each constituency. That's how good we could be.
or you could run one single person in each constituency.
Mm.
You could actually pick one individual and run them in every constituency in Ireland. Just no, listen to me. Just as if you pick up, you say you want to get 100 votes in each of those constituencies or 200 votes in each of those constituencies, and it costs nothing because you're a party member. But if you can say that you picked up 5 to 8 to whatever 1,000 votes in all over Ireland, again, just as a social experiment, it proves that there is support all over the country for an appetite for something different. It's like I said, it's a hypothetical conversation I had with somebody in relation to doing. I think a party may have done it. So if you were to have your LEAs, let's say there's 5 LEAs in your area, running all of them, and get your face and name out there, and see what happens, and then you do that for your local elections, but then that's built your profile for the general election because your face has been in every single LEA. We don't think big enough. Again, that will require funding. It'll require X, Y, and Z. But look,
now in saying that,
look, a big aim
in
is
saying that
to get.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, to get people out in their communities ASAP as well. In different constituencies, and all members can be part of that. Doesn't necessarily mean candidates either. But we want to represent in every county as a community and as a party for the community. I think that'll, we want to leave no county out in getting involved. It's a different beast altogether from what we were used to seeing. You can see it there on the on Martin's screenshot there. It's going to encompass a lot of things, but it's very exciting stuff, and there will be a launch event.
The thing is it's not just about politics. Politics is the end result, but that only comes around once every 5 years or 4 years, depending on the election cycle. But the biggest offer is that this is going to be an on the ground movement. This is going to be by the people for the people, and it's not about leaders, egomaniacs, dictators, anything like that. This is about people. What do people want? They'll tell us, and we will make it happen.
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah, it's got it's going to be powerful, and there's a lot of people who, like I said earlier, I have teachers who want to get involved, nurses, doctors, solicitors. There's a lot of very intelligent, smart people across this movement who want to get involved, and there's plenty of people listening in who have expertise that they can lend to this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it going forward. How can the average Joe get involved? Look, become a member when it's even before you have to become a member. Look, the website, the Ireland First website, is down at the moment. Like I said, it will be rebranded and relaunched. So you can stay in communication with us. Everything will happen over the next few months, bit by bit. This is the announcement that now it's under a new, I won't say a new leadership. It is, in a way, it's under new leadership, but it's more people are coming involved. No one has walked away completely. This is just an addition and a new idea and a new launch we took a look at what happened in the elections and what needs to happen going forward in this country and what will work best. Forget about the argument. And this is a big thing that me and Martin are talking about here. We're going to sit down with everyone across the board and ask, what can you bring here to the table? It's not about leadership. And that's why I said, it's not about any ego. That's why I've said, if in a year or two it doesn't work and there's someone better comes along, that is what it is, because it just needs to be the right vehicle for this country. We badly need a viable and professional opposition party. So that's what we're going to market. It's going to scoop up Middle Ireland. We're going to address many more things than any other political party has done. It's going to be boots on the ground, but also in mainstream.
Yeah. I'm going to bring up Orla.
Share it, by the way.
Hello there, Orla. How are you?
Hi, guys. How are you?
How are you, Orla?
Good. We just left off there while we were doing the presentation there, so you're back in the room now. So how's things? How's all the stuff?
Oh, grand. Busy week. What week is not busy for?
I'm just looking. You sent this on to me there earlier about the boy that was attacked. This was in
who the 15-year-old boy.
Yeah, 14-year-old dead, 4 injured after a knife attack in Austria. That's today. Or yesterday. That was yesterday at 8 o'clock. 14-year-old boy died and 4 others. A Syrian asylum seeker. Now, everything we have seen over the last 3 years, 9 out of 10 have been done by an asylum seeker. So, as I said already, this government won't talk about it because if they talk about it, they'll have to admit that there's a problem. You know, that's why they won't talk about it. And that's why the media are complicit in everything that they do. And it just boils my blood, I'm being honest with you. Boils my blood. But were you listening in there, or did you heard all the structure and the whole lot about the party and whatever?
Yeah. No, it looks good. Looks really good. Hi, Father.
My question hasn't been answered. Christian Ferdinand. Let me go back here and see what his question was.
I think he was asking. He thinks we're pro Israel and like.
I know what you are, not you.
Look,
I don't know what he said there. I can't find it. Put it back in again there. Put in your question there. I don't know what you're talking about. I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, he was asking, so we're all pro-Israel. And it's very important to know that this party is looking after the Irish people and how they've been left out of their own society. That's our goal. We're not talking about Israel and Palestine. We've enough things to contend with in this country. And that's our focus. It's in the indigenous Irish people. And attacking... it's unfortunate that whatever we do in this country, we're reactionary. We're reacting to them putting this IPAS centre. We're reacting to this migration bill. We're reacting to hate speech. This is now time to put it in action and put the vehicles and policy in place that will help out the Irish people. So that's where we are. We're not concerned with matters outside Ireland right now.
Well, I'm not. I'm being honest with you. I know I'm not, because I have no interest in what happens in Israel, in Palestine, or anywhere else. This is where we need boots on the ground. We don't need to be going around waving Palestinian flags or bleeding Yemen flags. There's only one flag should be flown in this country, and that's a tricolour. End of story. There's no more flags allowed in this country, and there shouldn't be. You know what I mean? I seen a protest, was it today in Cork? They had hundreds of them out, probably thousands of them out with Palestinian flags. It just beggars belief. When all these Palestinians start coming in here, are these all going to let them into their houses? Because there's no room anywhere else. So all the refugee welcome brigade, they can stand there with open arms saying, I have room in my house for you. But they'll tell you, I live with me ma, and I live in a one-bed apartment. Well, then fuck off and don't be virtue signal to us about all this shite. You've no room for them. We've no room for them. So that's it. They're not coming in. End of story. And the ones that's here need to be deported. That's it. The ones that's here illegally, bye. Even some of the ones that's here legally need to be deported as well, to be honest with you. The amount of Indians, it's gone ridiculous. Like it's like little bleeding Bangkok, not Bangkok. What do you call it? Little bleeding Bangladesh. Yeah. I knew it was bang something. Yeah.
You've left yourself open there, Paul. Now.
Yeah. I don't
but
care.
That one, Paul, I sent you on. Was it yesterday? Because I've sent you on a lot this week. Where the 15-year-old boy was raped. I think that was by a Palestinian.
Yeah. What's Palestine saying there? Full of shit, bitch. You never shut up about Trump and the USA. Fuck America. I never opened my mouth about Trump, Pada. What are you talking about? Are you watching 2 podcasts here at the one time? Lefty.
Paul, there's breaking news there from Clondalkin. There's a bomb scare in the Garda station. I'm actually getting sent the video. I'm just uploading it here now. It's processing, so it should be in the next few seconds through. I don't even know what this video shows, but I think it's... Do you have it already?
I have it here. I think I have it, yeah. Was it the Paul Nolan one?
No, it's actually it's in there now if you want to go with a 1 minute 50 seconds. I haven't seen
it. It's only about 12 seconds long, isn't it?
No, this is 2 minutes long. I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched it either. The 150, is it? Is that it? 150?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, let's go with this. This is Clondalk, and apparently a bomb scare in the Garda station live.
Apparently, there's a bomb threat at Clondalk and Garda station right now. They're diverting all the traffic. The whole village is blocked down. Armed response everywhere. Some man is trying to get his poor dog through, and they won't let him get his dog. And he looks like Gandalf with his big beard. He's gone running after the dog somewhere. But yeah, it's all kicking off here now in Clondalk. I don't know what's going on. Some fucking idiot must have rang in a bomb threat. But yeah, the Garda are lapping it up. They're lapping it up. Everything's blocked off. Look. So I'm just listening to what she's saying. No. But the good news is, if you're driving up towards Clondalkin Village from the Nanga Road, they're detouring everyone in through McDonald's and giving them vouchers for Happy Meals. So if you're in near Clondalkin Village, drive up. The Gardaí are handing out vouchers for Happy Meals to go through the drive-through and back out the old Nanga Road. So if you're in the area, you're welcome. Da 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 da.
I wouldn't say they are really giving out vouchers, but hey, it was a good one, wasn't it? But lads,
and any word on what the story is?
Not a bomb scare. That's it. That's it. Bomb scare. Fair play to you, lads. We're banging out of the park tonight.
Yeah, that's apparently what it is a bomb scare. Look, we don't know any verified information. We're just bringing you the news that's on the ground there from people. So I'm guessing we're going to find out. That's tonight.
Well, if we find out any more before the end of the show, we'll come along and do it, and we'll show it.
Be an interesting way to get somebody out of the station if you had a buddy in there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, someone that didn't want to. Yeah, that you didn't want to see. Out past the people, like.
Well, no, but even if you had a buddy that was in there for whatever reason and you wanted him out, an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the media will run far right bomb scare tomorrow.
Of course. Yeah. Don't you know it?
Well, it's all right, Paul. You're on the show tonight, so it wasn't you who were trying to get out.
No, for sure. Hey, listen, they wouldn't be trying to get me out anyway. They're trying to lock me bleeding up. Never mind, get me out. You know, they're dragging the arse out of mine. Lads, I just want to go with this Rosslare one again, just since it's a minute and a half again. I just want to get this out again because for next Saturday, 22nd. Right.
The Irish people are under siege by a reckless government that has abandoned its duty to protect our nation. Rosslare Europort has become a gateway for illegal immigration, facilitated by state inaction and policies that prioritise outsiders over the rightful sons and daughters of Ireland. The time for silence is over. Now is the time for action. Recently, 9 illegal immigrants were discovered hiding in a container at Rosslare. Were they deported immediately? No. Instead, they were processed and absorbed into a broken asylum system with no accountability or guarantee of removal. This is just one example of how our borders are wide open to those who enter unlawfully, aided by a government that refuses to enforce immigration law. Beyond illegal migration, the consequences of uncontrolled mass immigration, both legal and illegal, are measured in Irish lives lost. Countless people across Ireland have been murdered by individuals who should never have been here in the first place. From the tragic loss of Aisling Murphy to the horror of the Parnell Square attack and the recent murder of a child in New Ross, the Irish people are paying the price for a system that disregards their safety. This protest at Rosslare Europort is not just a demonstration, it's a stand for national survival. We demand immediate border security, deportation of all illegal migrants, and an end to the state's betrayal of its own people. Ireland belongs to the Irish, and we will not surrender our homeland without a fight. For our nation, for our fallen, for our future.
So if anyone can get there on the 22nd for 2 p.m, please do. We need everyone there if we can. We need to make a stand. The guards are already putting it up on the newspapers are running with it already that the far right are out in force and the far right are doing this. And we're going there to peacefully protest. That's what we're going to do, to stop the rot. That's what we're going to do. So if anyone can make it down there, if anyone needs lifts or anything like that, let us know. Contact me or contact any of the lads, any of the lads that you know that's involved in it. And we'll get you lift. We'll organise lifts and we'll let you know what time trains and everything are at.
It's a great song. It's a great tune, isn't it? The Parting Glass. You know, when you hear all the Irish kind of tunes. You know, I was across in Doolin there recently, and there was nothing on. It wasn't the weekend, because I know Doolin do the folk festival and all that, but it was just a night in Doolin, a Saturday night or a Friday night, and there was a stag of 20 men in the pub. Every single one of them had an instrument in their hand, and the barman got up there and he jumped in and he started Irish dancing and all. And it's old Ireland in some parts of the West, you know. It's very hard to go around my local town and find that. I actually have a video. I'm downloading it here now. The video I took of the barman dancing and all that. It's great. You know, we need to bring that back over to the east, the east of the country.
Exactly.
Prioritise these things. Yeah. This is part of it. This is promoting our culture and keeping it alive, because people love a good trad session. You know, anywhere you go, you know, people love jump in, all ages, and you hear young lads and young ones singing and old lads singing, and sometimes you don't need any music whatsoever. I need to keep this culture alive, you know.
We used to see it down in Achill all the time. We go in and out of different pubs in Achill and there'd be diddly-oi. Now, a lot of them down there hated it, you know. Oh, here's this diddly-oi shy. But they have a good tradition down there, you know what I mean? And Doolin is unbelievably Irish, yeah. Okay, lads, we have a bit left. We're talking about, now what I was talking about Ukraine earlier, and it seems Andrew Bridgen, you know Andrew Bridgen, the guy from the UK. Andrew Bridgen has came out, he has documents and he has everything else, and he has went to MI5, he's went to everyone about this. So I'm just going to play this for a minute and we'll come back and talk to it.
I'll tell you a little bombshell. I first started talking, I did an interview with an independent media company called Resistance GB in June, before the general election.
Yes.
And I exposed that that the names, the companies involved in the trafficking of children into the UK for paedophilia, we'd given all the names of the people on the ground, the companies, how they're bringing them in, to the UK police, to MI5, to the National Crime Agency. And I took it to the government. I took it to the then leader of the House and the Lord Chancellor, who's supposed to be in charge of the judiciary in Parliament, all the evidence, and said, look, we've taken this to the police, taken it to MI5, we've got the recordings of speaking to them, we've taken it to the National Crime Agency, nobody wants to investigate any of this. Look at the names on here who were involved in it, look at their links, and they wouldn't get involved. I did an interview about that back in June. 4 weeks later, Leicestershire Police came and picked me up and accused me of paedophilia. That was a warning. They investigated me for 4 months. They alleged that I was a member of the Freemasons and I'd taken part in ritualized child abuse at Freemasons meetings. Liz, I've never been a member of the Freemasons. I refused to join them 30 years ago. I've never been a member, never been to a lodge meeting. And they had to drop it all after 4 months. That was my punishment for raising the issue of systemic child abuse in the UK. And I've done it many, many times over my career and exposed numerous people. And that was the warning. That was because everything I was delivering, that evidence was all true. Now, the evidence came from two insiders in Ukraine who were in Ukrainian secret services, and they were collecting the children, mainly from the Donbass. There's 9,000 children from the Donbass who've never been found, disappeared.
That's happening in the UK. You can bet your arse that's happening here as well. There's kids coming in here as well. The same thing, the same way. Like, they won't talk about it in the UK. He has brought this now, and he's been to lots of meetings with John O'Looney and the whole lot about vaccines and everything else. The government don't want to talk about any of it. They won't talk about this because there's higher ups that's involved in this. You know what I mean? There's people getting backhanders for this and everything else. You know what I mean? Zelensky is still pushing for war. He wants a European army. He doesn't want the war to end. That's his cash cow. Once that war ends, Zelensky's gone. He becomes a nobody again. You know what I mean? So,
well, as I pointed out today, are people not suspicious about this lad that has all the mansions and all the yachts? Where is he getting the money for all of this? Like, are people not suspicious about it?
Exactly. Now you have it.
Apparently,
It's absolutely ridiculous.
supercar industry in Kiev is booming the last year or two. Look, it was a bit of money trafficking going on there. Let's call it what it is.
Sure, his wife bought a Bugatti for 1.2 million. His wife.
And don't forget as well, he's accidentally lost or misplaced €1 billion, as you do.
But don't forget though, Orla, like, we're very close to Carlo Kilkenny here, and there was that Ukrainian family who came over, given a 2-bed apartment, gone back and now renting it to the Irish for €1,400. Like, we're the bigger fools in all of this, you know?
Yeah.
I know.
I'm just going to share this as well. Just share this for a minute, just to let people see. This is Doge. Okay, this is hang on, I'll just come over here. We'll make it bigger. Doge to investigate federal workers who have a high net worth despite having a low salary. Okay, so here we go. Nancy Pelosi, 223 grand a year, net worth 202 million. Chuck Schumer, net salary, annual salary 210 grand, 75 million net worth. Elizabeth Warren, that's Pocahontas, 285,000 a year, 73 million. Ilhan Omar, she's Somalian, she's not, and she gets 175 grand a year and she's worth 83 million. Now, all this money has come into their accounts in the last 4 years since the Biden administration. Adam Schiff, 174,000, 60 million. Mitch McConnell, 200,000, 95 million. Now, Mitch McConnell is a Republican. Well, a rhino. Mitt Romney, 174 grand, net worth 300 million. Okay. And there you go over there. Kevin Hearn, 361 million. Dan Goldman, 253 million. These are all the ones that were pushing for the Russia collusion, the indictments, and everything else. Cory Booker, 14 million. Hakeem Jeffries, I think he's the top man there for the AOC. Now, AOC, that's Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. She was a barmaid. She was a barmaid before she went into and she had 174 grand a year, and her net worth now is 29 million. Jamie Raskin is worth 20 million, and Jasmine Rocket is worth 10 million. Now, come on. You know what I mean? Come on. So that's where all the money's going from Doge. That's why they're giving out about Doge. And we have our own Doge here. We have Nick Delahanty. He's doing sterling work here for us, I have to say. Brilliant. As well. So we'll be reaching. I hope we're reaching out to Nick. We'll be reaching out to Nick as well, I think, won't we? So
what do you think Micheál Martin's net worth is?
I'd say he's a few million. Definitely. Definitely a couple of million.
Estimated at 8 million.
8 million.
8 million.
That's higher than I thought.
Yeah,
I just said about 4 or 5.
That's in dollars, so whatever that converts to.
What's yours, Paul?
I think of 76 cents in my pocket now at the minute. 76, yeah.
Be careful not to displace that now, Paul. It's very easy. I mean, if Zelensky can misplace a million or a billion euros.
Paul, I just asked Grok what is Paul Fitzsimon's worth, and it answered back, who's Paul Fitzsimons?
Yes, not even Grok knows me. That's good. That's good.
All we need to do is give the Thunderworld a ring. They'll be able to tell us who Paul is.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, if you get a second, will you share that video on Sligo? I think people need to see the size of that iPass centre.
Yes, I will now. Hang on, bear with me.
And bear in mind, when people are watching this, that we don't have enough builders to build houses for the Irish.
Yeah, okay, hang on. That was it there, yeah. Okay.
Mary Lou's only worth 5 million.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bear with me.
Can we just say here, Paul? I have it there. Is it? Oh, sorry.
Have you got it?
Sharing screen. Is it not that one there? Is it this one? Please.
I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, we leave that one on for a minute. That's Clonmel, people. This is the one in Clonmel. Look at the size of this.
Something very, very.
I don't need
sinister
money. I have
above.
the looks. Yeah, that's not
Clonmel.
Sligo. I have Sligo there. Just let me. Just
Yeah,
put
I
this
sent it
up
on to
here.
your WhatsApp.
Yeah, no, I have it here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on this.
It's just the size of it. And again, just bear in mind the builders.
Allah. Allah.
Yeah, that was Sligo there now.
Look how many builders are on that, and we can't get houses for the Irish built. Like, that's
We can't
huge.
get anything for the Irish, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It's ridiculous, like.
Yeah. And then we had the news this week. I think we said it on the show anyway on Thursday, wasn't it? That 36% on social welfare are all foreign nationals as well. 36%. That's all been paid for by the taxpayer.
Yeah, now I'm gonna just share this one as well. This is Suzanne Delaney just put this one up here now. Just bear with me. There we are there now. Hang on. Where is it? Why isn't that showing anything? Don't know why that didn't share. Just bear with me there. I don't know why that's not shared. Well, hey, listen, we'll.
For a second, I'll play what I was talking about. Oh, you have it?
Go on. Yeah, go on. You walk away.
I was just talking about Doolin.
Maybe it's just me.
I tell you, there's like it's something nice with sitting having a pint and just a bit of Ireland again, isn't it? You don't see that often. Very quiet today, Orla. Any news from Carlo? No.
Well, not really. It's no news from Jennifer either, like, so.
Yeah.
Well, she did put up a post, but seemingly she's taken it back down again. And I love a politician's answer where the question is answered without answering the question. You just love it. Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know what happened there. Did everyone see what happened there? Did the Doolin one? Is that we were going to play Doolin?
Yeah, it came up for a couple of seconds. A guy dancing.
Played it, yeah.
Can I get a refund from my Irish Freedom Party t-shirts? I have a jacket there if anyone wants it and giving it away.
I have a t-shirt as well. Anthony, you have a t-shirt.
Orla's gone
Half
off.
price. I'm not giving anything away. Half price.
What was happening here? lads, we're getting hit here. We're getting hit.
Hold on. Now, we should be very, very positive about having spent time in the Irish Freedom Party because, for the most part, it was very, very good. It gave us an introduction to politics. It got us all together. We would know each other if it wasn't for the IFP. So it doesn't matter what went on behind closed doors, and we just put it to bed, and it is what it is. But without the Irish Freedom Party, we would not know each other. We wouldn't be doing this now. Well, we wouldn't be as close. So take the positives. It had potential, and it had some very, very good people, and it had the policy was always wishy-washy, but it had some good ideas. You know what I mean? And there was good structure there. Whatever happened. It's done. It's dusted. But remember, we know each other because of it, and we're on this new adventure, so to speak, because of it. So, and like I said, I hope the guys that are deciding to stay on, open up their ears and have a listen, have a talk, sit down. Like I said, if it's not for them, put the ambassador in place so we can all stay on the same page, and we're not wasting time bickering with people who want to head in the same direction. It might be exactly the same ideals, but people who want to head in the same direction. So we'll.
No, you're right, Martin. It is important because we did learn, and especially our roles there. Being I was a policy coordinator when I left, and you were the vice chairman. Paul and Orla were also on the AC with us. We got to see a very well structured party, and you take your experience from where you get it. Yeah. You separate the wheat from the chaff. They always say that. And you learn how to do that. I think you have to go through these experiences for a reason, and you take them with you. And like you said as well, we'll be welcoming everyone to sit down and have a chat with us. It's very important that we don't forget the bigger picture here of what needs to happen in this country. So, onwards and upwards. That's what I think.
I'm just reading that there. Are the Nationalist Party the only ones saying no immigration? Like, I saw a video as well that one of the lads put up in Wexford last week, and he said the same thing at the end of the video. We're the only party talking about the immigration. Well, that's a lie for starters, because all we did during our campaign was speak about the mass immigration into the country and gave out about that. And that's what we ran on. We were an anti-immigration party, and we ran on a lot of other things as well, but that was the main thing. So for people to come out and say that the National Party are the only ones to talk about, the National Party are talking about immigration, all right, but it's talking about rounding up everybody, all the black people, all the foreign people, all the Polish people, and getting them out of the country. That's never going to happen. So that's a pipe dream. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. You know what I mean? Like, I live in a state here now, and as I told you before, there's only 10 Irish people living in this state. The rest of them are living here, and they're here donkey years. How are you going to knock on their doors and say, listen, sorry, John, that you have to go. Sorry, you're not Irish anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see that's never going to happen. You know what I mean? But like, they're not the only party that's talking about anti-immigration. We're talking about it. Everyone is talking about it.
But so was Derek Bly with Ireland First as well. Like, he's always talking about immigration as well. Sure, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Can we get a discussion going about the kebab shop, Turkish barbers, and phone repair shops appearing all over the place? That's because they're all getting grants.
Yeah, but I spoke about this before. The first thing you need to do is boycott them, so don't use them. Encourage everybody else not to use them. And after you've proven that there's nobody going into them and they're staying open, then you just go to the guards and say, this is not a real business. You need to look into this. And if enough people put enough pressure on these businesses, then we should start to see some movement on it, because they can't hide it forever. If there's nobody going, look, there's Irish men that will cut your hair, and Irish women that will cut your hair. Go to an Irish man or woman to get your hair cut. There are Irish owned and European owned businesses, fish and chip shops and stuff like that. Like an Italian fish and chips is absolutely fantastic. Do you know what I mean? And they're European. You don't need.
Do you remember I spoke about that guy Anthony? When me and you did that walk around Carlow Town, just up from St. Bridget's, across from the Clink, there is an Italian Chippers, and that guy gave us food when we were out doing the protests. Like, a lot of lads were up and down, getting stuff, and he'd throw in extra pizza and he'd throw in extra chips. He was Italian, and he was not happy with what was going on in this country with the mass immigration and the illegal immigration.
Our culture is intertwined. We've all helped each other out. They came here and worked. You know, our crime didn't go through the roof when they arrived. Same with the Polish and the European.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't about anybody's colour. This is about opening the doors to people who are throwing away their passports purposely, and inviting in the countries, people from countries that are the most dangerous countries in the world, literally the highest crime statistics in the world. You know, you look at France, where 80% of violent crime and rapes are by illegal immigrants in the last 2 years. Like, forget about Ireland for all. We have to look after our safety of our people. That the safety is only one aspect of it, but the homelessness and the unaffordability for the Irish. Like, people come in here and they get their medical cards, they get free education, free transport, free. You know, they get houses. Remember that ritual on RTE that the Irish woman with her child in the homelessness centre, while the woman stood, the African woman was sat beside her, didn't apply for anything but given the home. Like, they put them two side by side on purpose, because those who were awake to it knew it was a slap in the face, and those who were fast asleep, they knew that they wouldn't wake up to it still. You know, and some people ask, what is IPAS? You know, people need to get out of their bubble. The country's getting ruined here. We need to get our heads together fast.
Yeah, it's true. But Susie Delaney just put this up a few minutes ago. This is from the 9th to the 16th of February. Brazilian Gabriel Valverde stabs 3 strangers outside their homes. He was out on bail and meant to be deported in 22. A young woman in Galway is attacked by Middle Eastern man while walking dog, seriously wounded with a knife. Romanian national breaks into woman's home in Cork. She is stabbed, flees home with her child. Tunisian man sentenced for attacking a woman outside her home, slashed her face. Palestinian asylum seeker due to go for trial for raping a child. That's what you were talking about. Asylum seeker stabbed to death, another injured in knife brawl outside Dublin Rap Club. Syrian Muda Free stabs man 8 times while speaking in Aberystwyth. Garda believe he's a huge risk to the public. And a man tortured in Blanchardstown. Like, that's a lot of shit going on for 1 week in this country, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, as I said before, like, we used to get this once every 2 weeks. Now it's twice and 3 times a day. You know what I mean? It's really
Paul, you can see
ridiculous.
while we're live here, you know, things are happening in Clondalk and all that. Like, it's just it's every night. You know, it's gone too far. It's gone too far a long time ago. You know, so we need,
Someone keeps putting up there, Vincent Brown, knock, Paul. I tell you what I'm going to do. I have a little video there from Knock. I'm going to just play. That's from today. So I'm going to play it. It's 2.5 minutes long. We play what happened to Knock today.
I believe in God our Father. I believe in Christ the Son. I believe in the Holy Spirit. Our God is 3 in 1. I believe in the resurrection, that we will rise again. For I believe in the name of Jesus. Come on, do you believe in that name tonight?
That was knocked today. There was a couple. There was a good few there. Now there wasn't as many as we thought. But listen, it is what it is. You know, let's hope next week will be the big one. And that's the problem. Is everyone wants to be a leader, and this country is fucked unless we come together and stop fighting each other. Sean, there's nobody fighting each other. Nobody wants to be a leader here, and we've just explained all this to you in the last half an hour. So if you weren't listening, I'd go back when I put it up tomorrow. Go back
I'm
and listen
assuming
to
he's probably talking about nationalists. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Well, we're the new Nationalist Party now, so let's see what we can do. Can we do it any better? Yeah, not to mention, what was that? Get to knock at least once. I've been there, yeah. My mother, bless her, used to go down there all the time. But, yeah. Lads, we're knocking it out of the park tonight now, I have to say. Fair play to you, everyone. Thanks for sharing. It's brilliant. Martin's tired. He's been driving around all day. But,
I'm wrecked. I'm actually going to.
There's another video I have here.
What's your time, Paul?
I played that. But yeah, 4 minutes left. Okay, I'm just gonna. No, I'm not going. I think we're finished now. What we're finished with. Okay, we've done everything.
Well, seeing as we've quite a few new viewers tonight, Anthony, we have a question. Batman wants to know. You had big news tonight. So you're now the president of Ireland's first. What'd you say, Batman? Woohoo!
Yeah.
The excitement is getting to him. He's the wrong colour for Batman, aren't you? Yeah. He's having enough of politics as well.
We finish up then, right? Because I want to do another little quick video before the end. Okay, so I'm going to drop you down. Thank you, Orla. Thank you very much. I will talk in a few minutes. Okay, thank you for coming on. Martin, I'll drop you down as well. Anthony, I'm going to drop you down as well. Thank you very much. And
thanks, all.
Well done, President of Ireland Force. Fair play to you, mate. Thank you very much. Talk to you later, buddy. See you in a few minutes. But yeah, I just want to play this. I want to share this. This is the last time I'm going to do this tonight. But this is from the Patriots.
Nationalist Alliance 2025 Mission Statement. We, the Patriots of ERA, united in an alliance across activism, politics, media and legal sectors to secure the future of our nation. Our justification for direct action is rooted in the undeniable reality that our voices have been ignored, our people have been betrayed, and our homeland is being reshaped without our consent. Traditional protests have served their purpose, but have not achieved lasting change. We recognize that strength comes not just from numbers, but from organization, strategy, and persistence. We will no longer rely on a system designed to silence us. Instead, we will engage in well-coordinated, planned, unified, impactful actions that demand accountability and awaken the Irish people to the urgent need for national sovereignty.
Well, there we have it. Okay. And listen, it's been a great show. Thank you, everyone who has participated. Over 1,600 viewers there tonight. Fair play to you. And I hope one or two of you bought me a coffee because I'm dying for blatant coffee. But as I say every Sunday night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless everyone. Take care.